Hello everyone, this is the third lecture, characteristics of good language learner. I will do it this way because it is way much better. So students of English, they are students, we say student of language because they learn the language or learn about language. And they use they have to be characterized by certain of these characteristics. A good language learner must possess certain characteristics from these. They are 14, I think. The first one, good learners find their own way, and this means they take responsibility. Good language learners find their own way and take charge, take responsibility of their learning. The second one, good learners organize information about language. Good language learners organize their study of the language, and they organize information about the language they study. They organize the study, as we said before, like summarizing or in a mind maps or something. Good learners are creative and experiment with language. Here means that the language is creative. Each day the language can be developed, and we will hear about some other new terms. So language is creative, and also they experiment language. They experiment with the language and play with grammar, words, sounds. It will be like a game. And then another one, which is good learners make their own opportunities instead of resting and waiting for opportunity which we created, and find strategies for getting practice in using the language inside and outside the classroom. Good learners must, for example, find certain strategy as for example a game or a chat with his friends to use the language inside the classroom and outside the classroom, and improve his level. Another one, good learners learn to live with uncertainty and develop strategies, be motivated and patient. Good learners must to make sense of the target language. Good language learner must learn how to live uncertainly by focusing on the meaning, what they can understood, by not getting flustered, and by continuing to talk or listen without necessarily understanding every word. As a language learner, when you are just learning the language, it is not necessary that you are going to understand every word that we are saying, or you are reading or you see it. And sometimes you need to skip, just focus on the meaning. If you understand, that's all right. You don't need to look at each word individually. What does it mean? Another one, good learners use mnemonics, rhythm, word associations, etc. to recall what has been learned. Find strategies. Mnemonics, for example, I use like abbreviation or words like this to remember what I have been said or I have studied. Another one, good learners make errors work. If you don't do errors, you will not learn. You learn a second language by trial, by doing errors, and then correcting them, of course. 8 good learners use linguistic knowledge, including knowledge of their first language in mastering a second language. Use their prior knowledge نقصد بها المعرفة المسبقة. As a good language learner, instead of studying English, I talk Arabic sometimes and use those skills in my mother tongue Arabic to master the second language English. And number 9, good learners let the context, extra linguistic knowledge and knowledge of the word help them in comprehension. Good language learners use contextual clues to aid their comprehension of the language. They maximize use of all potential contexts around the language attended to for enhancing comprehension. هنا أقول لك as a good language learner, you have to rely on your knowledge والcontext المحيط اللي راك تقرأ فيه في اللغة هذه ممكن يعطيك شغل إشارات باش تفهم بهم المعنى. ومن بعد عندنا number 10 وما عنده مبقى ونكملوا lesson. number 10, good learners learn to make intelligent guesses. By time you will do your best to intelligent guess. معناها شغل فرضية، مثلا تقول هذه العبارة أنا ما نعرفهاش من قبل بصح تبان لي تعني كيما هاك كيما هاك، في الآخر تولي it is correct، يعني حزرتها صحيحة. So it is correct. And another one, do not worry about every detail. شغل كي تقرأ مثلا تتعلم في اللغة، مش أول صفحة ثاني صفحة ثالث صفحة راح تفهم الكلمات كامل. عن تجربة راح تحس روحك مش ديما فاهم كلش الكلمات but it's okay. شغل المحتوى ككل كي تفهم شوية خلاص كمل يقل. وبعد مع الوقت تتعلم idioms, proverbs, etc. 12, good learners learn production techniques for keeping a conversation. Instead of I don't have all the words to talk, I stop talking. No, I say let me think. that's way. شغل نخلق شغل وقت ليا باش نخمم في كلمات اخرين باش نكمل بهم المحادثة وما نقطعش المحادثة في النص. عندي 13, good learners learn different styles of speech and writing. Good language learners learn different styles of speech and writing to learn to vary their language according to the formality of the situation. When I learn how people speak differently, for example, I speak this way and other person speaks another way, but it is the same language, and I write this way, in novels we write this way, in articles we write this way, and it is different. So we will vary, we will extend our knowledge about the language. Use hacks and tricks. Good language learners learn certain tricks that keeps conversation going كما كنت نقول لكم. ومن بعد motivation to communication. Motivation to communication, one of the most important characteristics of good language learner is finding motivation. كي يعود عندي motivation باش motivation to communicate, which will make a huge difference in your learning efforts. For instance, having a foreigner friend from US can teach you many things about English. For example, شغل كي يعود عندك صديق من أمريكان راح يموتيفيك مثلا باش تحضر معاه to communicate with him in that language. ومن بعد عندكم الexercise نخليه لكم دقيقتين ولا ديروا عليه سكرين شوت، وإذا قدرتوا تجاوبوا عليه في الكومنتار يعود مليح تعودوا أصلا فهمتوا الدرس. نشوفكم في الدرس الجاي. See you in the next lesson.